As it depend them, you go the sweet us. As it the sweet us, you go depend them. You go the sweet us. As it the sweet us, you go depend them. As it depend them, you go the sweet us. As it the sweet us, you go depend them. As it depend them, you go the sweet us. Pa pa ra 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 da, pa ra 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 ra, pa ra 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 ra, pa ra ra ra. Hello, how you doing? As it depend them, you go this sweet. The first person that sends laughter is my oga, Mr. Gbenga Tutoy. It was not Oh God, I need to block Praise for Owe and Mr. Tutoy. No. Oh God, what is going on? As it depend them, you go the sweet us. As it the sweet us, you go the Nigeria is a circus. Praise, come and collect snail so that my triplets will come. I don't want you to. As it depend, I'm not singing this song for anybody. I heard the song. And this song was just. This song just sounded very malicious. Praise said I'm singing for him. As you depend them, he go the sweet us. As they sweet us. There's even one dance that they will not raise one leg. Nigeria is a reality TV show. A lot of things happen there. Politically, emotionally, family-wise, everything. Like, it just feels like you can never get enough of Nigeria. How you guys doing? This is the Emotions Doctor. It is my pleasure to be here today. I hope that wherever you're listening to me from, you've had a good Thursday. If your Thursday has not been romantic, I got you. You know the reason why. You still have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we all go through the phase and the phases and seasons where sometimes we feel like giving up. But then we gotta keep pushing because we're just close to it. So welcome on board to this conversation. Is going to be very interesting. Thank you for being here. May I please know what country you're streaming from? Like, where are you in the universe? Where are you in the universe? Where are you listening to this experience from? We're going to be talking about how your personal brand can help you increase your income and impact. So if you've got friends or enemies or anyone that you know should be here, please let them know that they should be on board. We're talking about how so US is represented. Thank you, Neymar. Nigeria is here. Let me put the title here. How your personal brand. UK is in the house. 3 countries already. Let's do it. Can help you. Where you listening from? 3 countries in the house. Oh gosh, Mr. Totoyi, this part of me that you want to say is reserved for some strange people like Praise for War. Not everybody experiences this flavor of insanity. Sometimes you just got to show up, as a cerebral mind so that people will think that you have a lot of sense. And then sometimes you just have to show up, just rocking and rolling and giving it to them. And then sometimes you just need to show up with just the flavor of violence, because even scripture says that you should fight the good fight of faith. So there's a time to fight because power can change hands sometimes, So let's do it. How your personal brand can increase your income and impact. I see USA in the house, UK is here, Nigeria is here. What other beautiful country are you listening to this experience from? Before we dive into today's conversation on how we can try as much as possible to maximize our social capital, and maybe you would actually call it to maximize your personality, personal brand, and how this can work for you. And I'll just be talking from experience. I'll be talking from my conversations with my coaches. Oh, Canada is in the house. 4 awesome countries. Please represent your country. represents your country, not your country of faith, though. I mean, where you're listening to me from, where you're admiring this beautiful face from. Somebody called Portable has joined. I hope we are safe here. Okay, so how your personal brand can help you increase your income and impact. It's a beautiful Thursday and it's in the afternoon in the city of Dallas. So good afternoon, wherever you're listening from, afternoon, evening, morning. Namaste. How this can work. So I remember when I started my business. So I didn't start my business with Emotion City. The first business that I had, like officially, was called Merchants of Romance. So apparently I have this unique talent for creating names and for creating a brand name tied to the experience that I create. So my first official company was called Merchant of Romance. And Merchant of Romance was tied to planning surprises for lovers, couples, if you're interested in engaging people or proposing or just saying I love you, thank you, appreciating your friends, your parents, anything tied to kindness, love, beauty was what we were doing. And we did really well at that time. We were delivering gifts on the horse, we were doing serenade, that's musical performance, we were doing car decorations, office decorations, home decorations. We were walking around limousines, horses. We did helicopter once or twice. We also had personalized Bible where we would insert your name in 7,000 places in the Bible. We still do that till date. So I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me becomes Oyi Consola can do all things through Christ that strengthens her. So we would insert your first name, insert your second name. No, insert your first name, your surname, and then if you're married, your spouse's name, like the surname. So in over 7,000 places, God, is talking to you directly, like your name is there and all of that. We did so many for the Bibles. We delivered Bibles to presidents of different countries. I can mention his name. He doesn't have a problem with it. Jonathan, we did for Bishop Oyedepo and about 40 of his bishops. We did for so many people, both home and abroad. That's Nigeria, Africa, abroad. We still do the same thing for personalized Bible now. It is an exclusive gift, so it's not the usual price for Bibles. It's almost about $200. It's not the usual price, yes, because it's exclusive. It takes a lot of work, and then production time also is there. So Merchants of Romance was tied to delivering gifts, and then my title at that time was MOR. So MOR represents Merchants of Romance, and at the time we had our market share and we were doing pretty well, and the name MOR stuck. Actually, some people who still know me till date call me MOR, but the reason why I migrated or grew into the emotions doctor was while we were delivering the gift, I saw that there was a deeper problem. And then the problems that gifts could not solve. So it wasn't about the lack of romance. It was the fact that there was something deeper going on in marriages and in relationships. It was obvious that people didn't have a problem giving gifts, but then the personal, interpersonal, and intrapersonal challenges they were experiencing were the reasons why people weren't giving gifts. So we started trying to find what the issues were, and then we discovered that it was tied to lack of conflict resolution skills, it was tied to trauma, it was tied to pain, it was tied to everything from their past that was attempting to influence their present and then ruin, cripple, destroy, or disrupt their future. So we're like, okay, we need to get into this depth where we can teach people, train people, and do that. And then Merchants of Romance evolved into the Emotions Doctor. And at this time, definitely more knowledge, wisdom, training, certifications, all of those things needed to happen. And that's how I arrived at where I am today. So from Merchants of Romance, it has become the Emotions Doctor. And the irony of the brand Emotions Doctor is the fact that Some people actually know the Emotions Doctor. I'm not sure if all of them know my first and second name. I mean, my full name, which is Oyinkansola Alabi. I know that people know the Emotions Doctor to some extent. I'm not sure if they all know my name, you know. Kay, good to see you from Canada. Kay Noble. You know, I know that people know the Emotions Doctor. I don't know if they know Oyinkansola Alabi or whatever it is. But the essence of this conversation is that I was having a conversation with a mentor of mine today in the US. He's a billionaire. Yeah, so you pay to talk to him and all of that. And he said to me that 2023 is not going to be a very smooth year. And you know, because as a Christian, the first thing you say is, God forbid it's not my portion, all of those things. Those things are not bad, but then God forbid it's not a strategy. It's not my portion, it's not a strategy. Logic and rationality must show up. So he said to me, he said 2023 is going to be very interesting, may not be as smooth, and I think that I should tell you these things. And he said so many things to me. You know, I paid for it, so I'm not going to share all of them. But there are two things that he particularly said. He said, the first thing you need to do is that in 2023, from 2022, you must position yourself appropriately for the creator economy. You must position yourself appropriately for the creator economy. And then what do I mean by that? And he went ahead to say that so many organizations will fire people, will lay people off, not because they're wicked to them or because they hate them or anything personal, but because of the recession. And then an average CEO or an average founder will desire to maximize profit and not want to run at a loss. So the logical thing is that they just excuse some people. So while all of that is going on, he said something crucial is going to happen. People will spend more time on social media. People may not have time for other disposables or maybe disposable income, but be assured that a good number of people will have time, money for data. They will be online, whether use social media as a form of therapy or use social media to sell their market or get a spouse, whatever it is. Be assured that people will show up on social media. He said, you need to be right in the middle of that. As a thought leader, as an industry leader, as an educator, as a singer, as a writer, as an artist, as a musician, as a comedian, whatever that you are. Social media is a free distribution platform, and if everyone in 2023 is going to experience a flavor of cash crunch, now 2022, you would notice that people are to some extent hoarding their disposable income. So usually if you say that, you know, you have some addictions, there's some food you like, meals you like to eat, you know how you just spend money, oh, let me buy this food here, let me order in, let me do this, let me do that. Maybe some people are, you know, stopping that. So for example, this week I wanted to buy food on 1 or 2 occasions, and I just told myself, you gotta save. Not because of anything. I'm just like, do you really have to, you know, like, do you really have to buy that food? You've got food in the freezer, man. Babes, you have food in the freezer. So stop feeling rich, go eat your food. Go fry plantain, go eat snail, go make some rice, go do your beans. Whatever you have to eat, fix it. You know, and the 2 occasions that I wanted to just spoil myself, I decided not to. And even though I decided not to spoil myself at that moment or this week, I have been on social media. I have been here doing a lot of things, putting out content on my YouTube channel. I think my YouTube channel has about 250 something videos now. All you can do is just impute my handle, all of that. He said people may not have money for disposables, all the things that they usually buy, a glass of alcohol, partying with friends, going on dates, lunch and dinner, stuff like that, but they would be online. They would be online to do stuff. And the important thing is, no matter what you sell, you should be selling it online. Now, I know that there's some people who say to me, I don't want my face to be seen. I don't want to be noticed. I don't want to be identified. I got you for 2 reasons. The first is that we don't want to see your face. We just want to see your account balance. We just want to see that your account balance is adding weight and the numbers are crunching. And then just in case you still insist on not showing your pretty face, I got you. You can do audio. Are you aware that you can produce videos without us seeing your face? You can just keep recording and then we can hear your pleasant and sonorous and beautiful voice and we're tapping into it. But whatever it is, social media is a free distribution platform. Whatever you're selling, start selling it today. If recession kicks in fully in 2023, the one place everybody will be online. Listen to me. If you're selling meat, you're selling fish, you're selling human resource, you are selling productivity, you are selling therapy, whatever that you're selling. If there's anywhere that people will gather, now they may not be able to go to the cinema, they may not be able to go to church for one reason or the other, they may not be able to go to the club anymore, they may not be able to hang out with their friends, but guess what? All of us will be online. We are going to be on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. You gotta distribute yourself. If there's any time I need you to act like a nuisance, it is now. Let your knowledge, and when I say act like a nuisance, ensure that you're dropping depth, ensure that you're dropping wisdom, ensure that when people are listening to you, something is changing in them, for them, and around them. Don't just dance except the dance is giving you money. You know, if you are a good singer, this is the time we need your voice online. Do you understand? When people are feeling bad, we want to listen to your voice. If you know how to play the guitar, get on board. If you know how to drum, we want to see you. If you know how to do comedy, we want to see you. If you know how to write, this is the time for it. If you know how to read a poem or write a poem, this is the time for it. If you know how to speak, get on board. Whatever you can do. Social media is a free distribution platform. There are 8 billion of us in this world. Let's even pretend that just about 1 billion or 2 billion of us have access to social media. Do you know how much that is? So building your personal brand is very important. Are you going to use your name or you are going to use a pseudonym? I have a pseudonym, which is the Emotions Doctor. Very clean, very smooth, very sexy, you know. Are you going to use your name or a pseudonym? And then the next thing is, what are people going to know you for? For me, for example, people understand that when it comes to psychology, psychotherapy, coaching, and anything about people and then people management, I got you. At a personal level, talking to celebrities, organizations, or governments. So people will categorically, people will say to you categorically that if you're going through something, go see the Emotions Doctor. When you're talking about emotional resilience, you're talking about shame, anything that bothers on trauma, depression, mental health, all of those things, they know. And the reason why they know is that I work at a cross-functional section. I work in the professional space, and then I work also at what you call the spiritual space. So churches call me, mosques also call me, just because they understand that I know what it is to defer to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Muslims need emotional intelligence. Buddhists need emotional intelligence. As long as you're breathing, we need to understand how to co-live, how to be together, how to just, flow. Do you understand what I'm saying? So after your brand name, what are you going to be known for? There are some people on board, when I mention their names, you know what they're known for. Yes, Trevor Noah. Oh, my crush. Today is his last day at Daily Show, and I'm just going to miss him. But man, I'm going to stalk him on social media. I'm just going to be there for him on YouTube. He's just my guy. Yeah, you see, Bumi Akono has been following me. She remembers my story with the Indian. Yeah, because I've gone to the Indian temple before. The gospel of emotional intelligence is everywhere. I'm not a Christian trainer. I am a trainer and I am a Christian. They are two different things. Do you understand? So come on to me, no matter who you are. LGBT, BT, GT, whatever it is. I got it. I got them. I got them here. We don't judge. We don't have any issues. We just vibe and we try as much as possible to sort you out emotionally. Do you understand? Trevor Noah, you know what he represents. When you also mention, let's look at musicians, for example, you know what Beyonce represents, you know what Jay-Z represents, the people perceived as troublesome brands of stuff like a Kanye West. On social media, you must show up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want my face to be seen. Yes, Let us hear your voice in every capacity. Document your voice, record your voice, show up with your voice. If there's going to be cash crunch in 2023, you are not going to blame God. The Lord will still be your shepherd whether you are broke or not. The Lord will still be your shepherd whether you have a dime or $1 million. And it is not a Lord's problem. It is logic and rationality. You do not have to pay to be on social media. You just need to buy data. And I think it's a little more affordable. And when I say affordable, you are not paying to advertise. You don't even need to advertise if you are so good at creating content and it goes viral. But you need to start today. Some of you are listening to me now. You have been hearing this thing since January and you're saying, oh, I'm just waiting for the perfect time when I get the camera. No, go use your phone. Yeah, I'm using my phone right now, Samsung S22 Ultra, but I just changed the phone on the 4th of October. The last phone I was using for all of this, I have been using for 4 years. If you're going to send me a DM, I get paid to advise. I don't advise people free. The only time I advise you for free is on YouTube. If I'm going to talk to you one-on-one, you are going to see my invoice. It's not normal and easy to have sense. Sense is paid for. Do you understand me? Yeah. Common sense is not wisdom. You want to talk to me? You will romance my invoice by the grace of God. So in 2023, I'm not going to listen to you to say that, Edie, you know what? I am broke, and then you're shouting, I receive in church, and then you're shaking your head repeatedly. No. What is that story that you can share and it will touch someone else's life? Are you aware that your past is a story that somebody is waiting to listen to and hear? Are you aware that everything you've gone through in life, I know that some of them are very painful, and I am sorry you had to experience that, but the truth about the matter is that your pain can also be your power. Before I was born, my father had stroke. My father was paralyzed for 39 years. He passed last year, November. My story is the fact that I was never able to be fathered, not because my father was wicked, but health-wise, he was not in shape. I was raised by a single mother with 4 children. I had to raise myself, even though my parents tried and did a good job. At a point, I had to raise myself. I lived in Mushin for 18 years. I left Mushin 4 years ago. I have labored. I have done all sorts of things to ensure that my brain can feed me. I am not one person who understands how to use her body to feed herself. So I know that I can use my brain, and that is what I have decided to use. So that story of yours that you've been hoarding, that talent of yours that you say that, oh, you feel it's not good enough, it's not special. Listen to me today. Your story is special. Your talent is special. Everything about you is special. And you need to turn that story into your power. You need to turn your pain into your power. When you come on social media, don't just post. Don't just drop words of wisdom. Don't just drop quotable quotes. No, become a storyteller online. People buy stories. People don't buy products. They buy stories of transformation. They buy stories they can visualize. They buy stories of who you used to be and who you have become. There was a time I was broken. All I had in my life was 250,000 naira. And I said to myself, I need to feed my brain to the point where my brain can feed me. Oh, I think that's a quotable quote. Someone should help me write it down. Hallelujah. Somebody, I need to feed my brain to the point where my brain can feed me. That is the reason why I do not understand how people hoard money. Because let me tell you something. The shortest way to increase your wealth is to increase your skill. I have a friend, Praise where you know him pretty well. Praise is one of the people that I really like. Praise is criminally hardworking. Criminally hardworking. Like, you were just wondering, Praise, are you normal at all? Do you sleep and slumber? Criminally hardworking. Yeah. And I have known him for 19 years. He didn't just, thank you everybody for writing it down, good people. He didn't just start being hardworking now. No, I knew him 19 years ago when he was 28. The same level of commitment, consistency, growth, all of those things, he has increased it. And then all of a sudden people come and say, oh, we want you to mentor us. Tormentor. We onboarded someone in my team 2 weeks ago. She asked me a question today. Edie, please don't be angry. When do you sleep? What? You work hard. I'm like, oh yeah. If I tell any staff to work the way I work, they will call me a witch. But they don't know that the reason why they are on board is because of how everybody works. Nobody's going to give you any money. Nobody's going to advise you for free. Free advice is for the Holy Spirit and your family members. Do you understand? The only person that owes you any free advice that said to you, ask and it shall be given unto you, is the Holy Spirit. After the Holy Spirit, if you ask, it will not be given unto you. That's how we roll. The only person that owes you free wisdom is God. Nobody, no freaking soul owes you anything. When you are less than 18, they can still be talking to you and pampering you and romancing you, trying to make you feel good. Once you cross 18, like this, power has changed hands, man. Yeah, baby, power has changed hands. You have to, as long as you can go to jail, you can feed yourself. So if in 2023, Futurists or whoever they says that there will be cash crunch, I know that, God forbid, I know that it is not your portion. I know that, there's slangs like lion no they chop grass, all of those things that you people say. There's so many things. But I'm just here to just break the record. The brokest people that I've met are Christians. Yeah. If nobody will say it, I gotta say it. The brokest people that I have met are Christians. The most entitled people I have met are Christians. Statutory, you are still here. Oh gosh. Statutory is part of people who give me money. So I gotta just speak like Dr. Alabi that they think that I am. The brokest people that I know are Christians. The most entitled people that I know are Christians. They just think that the blood of Jesus or whoever died for them is free. No, somebody paid the damn sacrifice and the name is Jesus. Nothing is free. Nothing for salvation. That's the beginning of fraud, spiritual fraud. How will somebody die and you will say salvation is free? What is going on? How many people have to die for you to recognize that they died? Salvation is free and somebody was crucified on the cross? No. As it pain them, it go to sweet us. As it sweet us, it go. Do you understand? So in 2023, let's do a recap before I proceed again. Number one, 2023, to build your personal brand, are you going with your name or your professional brand? Number two, what exactly would you be known for? What would you be known for? Number three, that story you're overlooking, that skill you are overlooking, that feeling of the market is oversaturated. No, we're 8 billion people, 165 million creators. I checked about an hour ago, 165 million content creators. All of those things, there's still a space for you. People are still waiting to connect with your story, to connect with your talent, to connect with your skill. The fourth thing that I'm going to say is, before you start looking for money, deepen your meaning. I'll say that again. Before you start looking for money, deepen your meaning. Don't be known for hype and fluff. Be known for depth. Don't be known for noise. Be known for impact. Don't be a coach without a life. Let people see progression. Let people see commitment. Let people see resilience. There are some platforms that I've been on this year, and there are some I will be on next year. And the reason why I am on those platforms, I know that it's very easy for you to say it's grace. I acknowledge the grace of God. I am produced by grace, but it will be very wicked of me to not let you know that I work damn hard. And then it will be wicked of me not to let you know that I've never had a better last year. I worked hard, so I am growing daily. So to be known on social media, ensure that it is not tied to hype. Hype will go. A new sensation will come. Somebody who is a better nuisance or a better noisemaker will show up. Let people know you as an oracle. Let them know you as a consultant. Let them know you as a god in that industry. And then you do not have to mess other people up to feed in your industry. So we're not going in the lane of destruction so that you can feed. No, we're going in the lane of character building and integrity. So you are going to deepen your essence. Don't just look for a platform and be shouting. No, when you go on social media, let people connect with your gift. Let them see that you genuinely want them to prosper. I struggled to come online today, I must admit. I did not want to do my makeup on my pretty face. I didn't even want to do anything I just wanted to be on my laptop, do some work, but I said no. If 2023 is going to come and the world is already experiencing some things, I got to cover my followers, the Fluffy Life Club, and every awesome person listening to me this afternoon. I got to let them know that social media is a free place to distribute yourself. You don't even need to do adverts. You just need to keep giving beautiful content that have the capacity to go viral. Just look at what people need. That's the next point. Don't sell what you want to sell what people want to buy. People have a budget for sex. They have a budget for parenting. Especially parents want to take care of their children. There's a budget for parenting, there's a budget for sex, there's a budget for food, there's a budget for lifestyle products, vanity. That's the reason why people are having surgeries more than ever before. Hair surgery, Botox surgery, boob surgery, every surgery is being surgerized. Do you understand? People have a budget for certain things. Tap into those things first. Sell what people want to buy, not what you want to sell. There are some industries that are easier than others. So if you have products tied to money, like finance, personal finance, corporate finance, it may be easier. Thank you, Kunle, for buying the badge. Thank you so much. It may be easier to sell. But when you're selling intrinsic things are things that people can't see. So product like sex, people can touch either a condom or a vibrator, whatever they call those things. People can touch those things. Parenting stuff also, there are some things parents can touch, whether it's a book or a video or a game, they can touch it. Lifestyle products like candles, diffusers, reeds, all those vanity products, people have budgets for them. People have budgets for food, but people may not necessarily have a budget for coaching or therapy, or they may just say, Shebi is advice. Mama, thank you for buying the bar. Shebi is advice. No, it's not Shebi's advice. No, it's not. The right advice with the right person can change your numbers. I remember a particular time I was doing my sessions. I think it was in 2020. A session with me was valued at $100,000. No, 100,000 naira. Let's call it like $150 at that time, 2020. And I was making money, but I wanted to make more money. I had a target. I didn't know how to get there. As usual, the next thing I usually would do is to hire a coach. So I hired a coach. Interestingly, the coach knew me. He liked me. He'd always known me, but I'd never worked with him. So I hired him, and we ran through my numbers, and he said, you have capacity to move from where you are into $1 million. And I was staring at him like, okay, let's see. And he said, I've met some people who worked with you, and they told me that you are so underpriced, that you really do not know the kind of help that you do or how you help people, that you are very underpriced. And they had mentioned some other places that they paid like 3-4 of the amount I was charging at the time, and they didn't get the value I offered, according to the coach. So this is the coach telling me, not me subbing anyone. So he said to me, now we're going to do something. Remember, 2020 was like the beginning of the pandemic. So he said to me, you're going to move your price from 100,000 naira, $150, to 250,000 naira per session. 50,000 naira, let's put it roughly at about, let's turn it about maybe about $280, something like that. He said you move it from 100,000 naira, $150 to $280, which is 250,000 naira. And I was staring at him like, this is pandemic, fam. Who's going to pay? Like, who is going to pay? But guess what? The moment I moved it to 250,000, I got more people to pay, because he also showed me the market strategy and all that. I got more people to pay. After doing that for a couple of a while, he said, you're going to move from 250,000 naira to $1,000 per session. Because I succeeded the first time, I was like, okay, let's do it. At $1,000 per session, it was fire. Now I'm far beyond that. But why did I say all of that? I started out with free sessions. 19 years ago, when I became a pastor, I was counseling and advising for free. And then a couple of years after, I got into, I think my first price was 25,000 to 30,000 to 35, whatever it is. 19 years down the line, I'm turning thousands of dollars. But the reason for that is I didn't start with thousands of dollars. I built capacity, I built character, I built wisdom, I built my platform, I built my personal brand. So no matter who you are, if you have a job, you can afford to start building your personal brand as a side hustle on social media. And what I mean by that is, don't use your office time. You need to be faithful in what you were hired to do. Don't use your office time. Use the time that you have available to you. Show up on social media. Write out your skill. What are your skills? What is your story? What is your area of strength? What is your area of improvement? People call it area of weakness. I don't like the word. I prefer the area of improvement. Your skill, your story, your area of strength, your area of improvement. How can you turn each of them into what people can connect with or what they can connect to? That story is important. That skill, all of your skills, write it down. Some of my skills, at this point, people call me a polymath because at this point I do so many things and I'm great at them. So I can sing, I can write, I can speak, I can teach, I can dance, I can act a movie, I can produce. I'm an award-winning filmmaker. I have a documentary, and then I coach, I offer therapy. I'm an organizational psychologist. I consult for individuals, for celebrities, for organizations, for government, social emotional learning, creating mental health structures and systems. You know, I have a degree in branding. I have a degree in international diplomacy. I have a degree in psychology. So there's so many things I can do. But guess what? It cost me so much money, cost me so much time, cost me a lot of sleep. But here I am today enjoying the fruit of all of my labor, and I'm still laboring. I'm still showing up on social media like I gotta show up. If I don't show up, I'm not going to miss anything. One of the reasons why I show up is because there's so many people who may not be able to pay what I charge. That is the reason why I do these videos. That is the reason why I have over 250 videos on YouTube for people who are like me. I used to be like that. I used to be broken. I couldn't afford so many things. And I was always learning, buying books, following people, stalking their pages. I just wanted to understand the template that made them successful so that I could duplicate it and finally immerse myself in it. So my YouTube videos, it has all of the questions you may want to ask. If it doesn't have it, then you gotta pick an invoice and pay me the money, man. Do you understand? So this is the best time to start. We can't keep whining, Nigeria is a terrible place. I understand. I'm not sure if I agree. I don't want to say I do not agree so that it doesn't look like because you don't live there and then the word terrible is not it. So let's use Nigeria as a blessed place. Let's just play safe. Yeah. I used to be in darkness also. You know, yeah, I got it. But a part of me just feels like I succeeded before I left, and there are other young people succeeding, and if anybody wants to fail, it should just not be you. Like, if you are broke now, what's the game plan? Like, how are you going to pay your bills? That's the reason why we can't afford to be broke. So if you have power issues, do you have a friend or a colleague that do not have power issues in their house? When I was younger, I used to walk from Mushin to Ilupeju in Lagos, Nigeria, to go and work at an office where they had light and they were kind enough to give me free internet. I will walk, like I will trek. That's what it's called. You people call it stroll now. We used to trek. Because I knew that if I don't carry my destiny on my head, I will be poor and will remain poor. There were some times that people will see me fasting. They will think it's because I love God. No, they did not know that I did not have shigbai. I didn't have a dime, no money. They used to think that it was the love of God. Pastor Inko was always fasting. No. No. They did not know that it was hunger-inspired fasting. That, Lord, my life must change. Did you understand? So I was looking for light everywhere. I was looking for wisdom. I was volunteering. I just knew that the set time to be broke must end. There must be an expiry date for poverty. After you have suffered a while, it's not after you have suffered forever. After you have suffered for a while, suffering must expire. So we don't genuinely have an excuse except your country is in war. We don't genuinely have an excuse. You can't say, you don't understand, there's no light in Nigeria. There are some young people that are under the mentorship of people like Yemi Fashewu and other people who are intentionally volunteering so that they can have access to the knowledge they can't pay for. I see young people nowadays, people are dragging with elders. I had one situation in my office, it just made me laugh. When we were young, we didn't have money, but we knew we needed to have character. Because if you can't pay for coaching or therapy, you will shall use your skill to learn free. Some of you are with people that on a normal day are supposed to be point of contact, but you see finish has entered your soul. On a normal day, can you afford the rate card? And then you are dragging, because all of us now have 100 megabytes, data. You are insulting people who should be blessing you. People call it woke culture. It's lack of home training. Yes, it's a lack of home training. And we need to ask you a question. Were you raised? Woke culture, you are insulting people who are older than you. Whoa, you will be hungry except you have a trust fund. If you don't have a trust fund there, don't go and follow children or trust fund. Don't trust fund children. You are doing illegalism on social media, and your account balance, even GT cannot steal from it. They can't even remove, what do they even call that thing? Transfer fee, 15 naira or 16 naira. They can't remove it. Apostle hear me. Those are people who are feeding me. Oga, I need allowance. So I've been a good girl for a while. Help me. Help me, Mr. Fashewu. You know that you are my boss. Do you understand? Some of you here, the people who will help you around you already, but see finish will not allow you to grow. They will not allow you to grow. Yes, so YF in the building. That's our sugar daddy. They will not allow you. You will not humble yourself and go and learn. In fact, when you are talking to people who are supposed to be your mentors, you are quoting quotable quotes according to. Oh, Koti Kaloju. One day, in the day King Uzziah died, you will see. 2023 is around the corner. Futurists are saying that there's going to be an economic recession. I have said a lot of things in that direction, but the essence of it is to let you know that you need to start building your social personal brand, and social media is here. Yeah, I should get that in the human resource department. The only thing I'm expecting now is credit alert, Mr. Yemi Fashewu, and I have all accounts, naira, pounds, dollars, anything. And then I also collect land and houses or cars, Tesla. We have no excuse. Come on social media and sell yourself. Mr. Fashewu is the dawn of the human resource, and I like him. His energy is very smooth. You just know that this one has entered his rest. Very fine, tall, dark, handsome, very creamy. The first time I invited him to speak, he was just talking like the Holy Spirit. He was just breathing fresh air. You just know that Pepeti rest. Just know that already in the Lord. I was just laughing that, oh boy, see my future here. A picture of my future. Do you understand? What are you going to be known for? Go check him out on LinkedIn, doing some stuff, even on Instagram. You need to start building your personal brand from here, from now. Some of us just post on social media. Some have not even posted before, but you are going from one person's post to the other, insulting them, yabbing them. Your own wall you have abandoned. They said that 2023, that power will change hands. I just said I should tell you that God forbid it's not a strategy. It's not my portion. It's not a strategy. Lion no they eat goat, or lion no they eat grass. It's not a strategy. If you do not want to be broke and broken, how will you multiply your income? Yes, we celebrate Grace YF. If you do not want to be broke and broken, how will you multiply your income? You say you like the way I honor people. I must honor people. Namaste. It's only a foolish person who will see somebody who is older and will be pretending. I want to grow old and I have home training. My parents raised me and I am raising myself. Do you understand? I always tell people something must be fundamentally wrong with you for you to be dragging with your helpers. Do you know if Mr. Fashewu gives me one job now, my life will change? Or Mr. Gbenga Totoy? Or you think that me and him are age mates? No. If you are thinking so, stop it. It's demonic. Yeah. You got to be humble. Humility is very key. They are not my age mates in anything. As I am like this, he can tell me, Edie, stop working from the next 6 months. I will pay you $20,000 monthly. That's all. As the president of Fluffy Life that I am, who am I not to listen to him? The voice of God. All this hard work is because I need this credit card. I'm telling you, if you are young and you are listening to me, let me tell you something. If you do not have capital, let your character be your capital. And I'm not looking for perfection, because no, I'm not perfect too. My own is in my body. But let your character be your capital. If you want to misbehave, don't go and misbehave near elders. Let your head be correct. If they are chasing you from anywhere, let them stop when you get to some certain quarters. You know, some people just do anyhow. You are insulting people, blah, 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 up and down. It's like you are using Elon Musk as your role model. Okay. Or Kanye West. Okay. You will soon, your eye will soon open. If you do not have any leverage or trust fund on social media and in life, character must be your capital. How can you even build capital? In fact, one way to improve and increase your growth on social media is get 100 accounts that you admire, you respect, and you appreciate. 100 accounts. 100 accounts. I mean handles that you admire, you appreciate, and you respect. The next thing you should do is when they post, read the post and make a beautiful comment. I'm not saying you should pretend though. No. No, don't pretend. But when people you admire post, write something sensible there. Don't be known for somebody who will be shouting up and down 100 posts. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. You disagree. 5,000 lower account, meaning you have just 5,000 in your account. You are disagreeing. That your 5,000 is $7, so it's not even up to $6. You are disagreeing everywhere with $6, and you are praying, Lord, send me favor. Okay, I'm just here observing you. I don't have a problem with you disagreeing. If you want to disagree, ensure that you have appreciated them first. I have a personal mantra: never to criticize somebody I have never complimented. If I've never complimented you, I will never criticize you. I will never open my mouth to shout I disagree when I've never shouted I agree. There are shortcuts to this thing to hack it. Get 100 people, 100 handles that you appreciate and admire. When you are on social media, read their word of wisdom and compliment. Thank you so much, Sawai F, for always giving us free value. Say something kind. Build your social capital. Build your character. And then you are building the capacity to appreciate the good in people, not just going up and about shouting woke culture and you are rude in the same nisuru. Do that. One day, when you consistently do that, those people that you appreciate will come and look for you. Like they will come on your wall to even check you out. Just one recommendation, just one referral can change the game for you. There are so many people who recommend me. I don't even know who they are. There's a lady who paid me $10,000 a while ago. I asked her who recommended me. She said, oh, he's a gentleman on my Instagram page. I don't even know him. She mentioned his name. I can't remember. I have to go back to get it so that I can categorically say thank you to him. One person brought $10,000. Imagine 100 recommendations in a year. That's $1 million clean. No advert, just me showing up daily and giving free value to the point where one person can say, the guy who recommended me has never worked with me before, but proceeded to vouch for me that this woman has integrity, her encounters are solid, and everything with her is money back guarantee. How else is God going to bless you? Favor is a man. Every time you pray, God will send someone to answer that prayer. When you pray for journey mercies, a driver or a pilot will answer it. When you pray for a promotion, someone will recommend you. Someone will confirm the recommendation. When you pray for healing, God will use medical doctors and pastors and your faith, whatever it is. When you pray for sales, like you need more money, you either need to sell a product or a service. Like at every point in time, God honors people. We need to create that habit of honor. We need to create the habit of honor. So building your personal brand, start today. This video is going to be on my page. It's also going to be on YouTube. Please share it, make it viral, let people know. Christians have no reason to be broke. The reason why we're broke is because of lack of knowledge. My people prosper when knowledge is available. And when there's no knowledge, you do not prosper. The brokest people that I have met, I'll say that again, are Christians. Very broke people. And the most entitled are Christians. Why? Why? Because we want God to do almost everything. We don't want to do anything. We want to pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. Thank you, I brand bees. We want to pray our way. No, you got to work. If you are in school, you got to read or you will fail after praying. Yes, you will fail after praying if you don't read. If you are hungry, you got to cook. If you don't cook, you will die of hunger. You will just hear, welcome, good and faithful servant, but you died of hunger, man. Prayer is not a shortcut to laziness. We got to work. All this prayer of small work, big money, it is fraud. Oh. Yes, that's spiritual yahoo. It is fraud. You roll 7 times to say everything is sorted. It is fraud. If they were working, will we be broke? Will Christians be shouting, I receive? You've been receiving since nothing has happened. Shouldn't you suspect what you are receiving? Say to your neighbor, give your neighbor a high five and say that, all things are broke. What, Alaye? The people who are not screaming like you are screaming, who are not acting like they want to have a heart attack, they are doing something differently. Let's learn. What is Elon Musk doing? What is Warren Buffett doing? What is Jeff Bezos doing? What are billionaires doing? How many Christians are billionaires? Say to your neighbor, give your neighbor a high five, hug 10 neighbors and say to them, oh, the wealth of the Gentiles will be transferred. What? They will transfer your money last with the way you are going. What God cannot do does not exist. God does not do fraud. Yeah. It will be fraudulent of God for you to expect him to do what you should do. Say to your neighbor, what? You will just be the headquarters of Enugbe, www.nomoney.com. Christians are very broke, yet our God is not broke. What is going on? What is happening to the transfer? You want God to do what you don't want to do? Really? Whoa, I'm sure God is singing. As they sweet me, he go they pain them. As they pain them, he go they sweet me. I'm telling you, your ancestors will feel it. Let me tell you something. We have everything to be very wealthy. And it is for such a time as this that social media is here. But instead of some of us, Ogami is still in the house. Sayemo. Should I drop my hand? Sayemo Fasheo. Salute. I'm telling you, we have everything. Social media was created for us. When I was growing up, MTN came out in 2001. I was in year 1 in school. You know, and then that you should drop the hand. 2001, MTN came out. And it was, the SIM card was 15,000 naira, and the credit at the time was 1,500. 21 years after, there's social media and everything. We didn't get our name through social media. I wrote my first book when I was 17, The Teenage Christian. I've had sense for a while, and I've malfunctioned for a while also. I've been a nuisance for a while. I've had sense for a while. You know, so social media is here. Social media is here to take away your poverty. But you're not even doing anything major there. You are not saying anything. You are not doing anything. You are not selling anything, sharing nothing. You are just insulting other people. People who are supposed to give you the contracts are the people you are insulting on social media everywhere. When last did you give? When last did you say, Mr. Fashion, you've been a blessing to me. I have 2 hours I can invest. This is my skill. How can I use this skill, this videography skill, video editing skill? How can I use this skill to service or serve you for 2 hours? What can I do for you? Instead, you're asking, please, I want free advice. I want free advice. No, you want them to know you for freedom. Everything free, you are there. And then you people are watching football. I don't have a problem. Hope you know how much they're paying Ronaldo. I hear that they're paying him, I think, $200 million per year, and then maybe $400 million or something strange. And it's tax-free. Tax-free. Ronaldo is 37, no? He's a non-believer, according to you people. All the people you people call unbelievers are richer than you people who are believers. And then we say that the world is waiting for a manifestation. What are we really manifesting? I hope it's not poverty. What are you manifesting? Tongues? What is the superior wisdom that you want to share? What are you creating that the world is waiting for? Guys, it's time to share who you are and what you have on social media. And a great hack at improving your quality, your content and everything is to compliment people more than you criticize them. Don't just show up and be known for something negative. Compliment more than you criticize. Give value more than you ask. Whatever you can, give and give and give. You would give to a point where your wealth will be automated. People will be recommending you. They will be talking about you. They will be discussing you. Because guess what? Imagine if a Don Jazzy comes out and says, guys, I'm about to have a surgery and it's going to cost, just imagine, it's going to cost 50 million naira. $100,000. Do you think people will give him or not? Let me give you a good example. There's a guy called Tunde. He's a chess guy on Twitter. Tunde does chess board and stuff. Yeah. He came out and shared his story of something about his leg. I think it was something happened to his leg. He's supposed to have a surgery. He shared the story. He came back about 20-25 minutes after to say that 12 people have offered to pay for the surgery anywhere in the world. Like they said to him, anywhere you want to go for the surgery, go. We're going to pick the entire bill anywhere in the world. The reason why Tunde is getting that kind of thing is because Tunde has given to a point where people look forward to give him. Like they want to give him something. They want to let him know that you have given so much, you deserve something beautiful. And there's so many. Aproko Doctor is one of them. There's so many people who have gone out of their way to help us with our health, to help us with our knowledge. Like, before they ask, people want to give. That's the meaning of ask and it will be given unto you, because they have given to a point of pressed down, shaking together, running over. Don't just collect. Spread your arms. Give. Let it fly. You can watch this video again on my page. It would also be on my YouTube page. If you're not on YouTube, my handle is Emotions Doctor. Just please use your prosperous hands to subscribe to the channel. There are over 250 videos there. I created them for you so that you don't have to experience what I experienced when I was broke and broken. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure. All the Christians in the house, it is not a testimony that we're broken. It is not the will of God that we're shouting, I receive, I receive, I receive. And every year you are still at the same spot that you were a year before. No. You can't say that the Lord is your shepherd and you are stranded. No. Do you understand me, baby? I'll talk to you some other time. Enjoy. Thank you, Mr. Fashion, for hanging out with me. Thank you, Prince Forward. Thank you, Benga Totoyi, and all the awesome people that showed up everywhere in the world. This will be here on Instagram. It will be here on YouTube. And I'm going to be here again to serve you this beauty and this sexy voice. You know, let's just do this. Kenobu, thank you for buying. Kenobu is one of my sugar daddies. He's in Canada. He's planning to send me pepper snail, so I'm looking forward to it. You know, thank you all the good people for always rocking my world with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Singles, I got some website for you. If you're single, you're looking to mingle, you want to get somebody good, I have 3 websites I plan to recommend. Join my email list. via my link. Yeah, just click the link on my page, whether on Instagram or YouTube, and just be there. I'll be sharing those platforms or apps that I hear are very good, very good. And then finally, I'll be hosting my mentor, Mr. Leke Oda, on the 17th of December. Today is, I think, 7th or 8th. What's today's date? Do you people still know? Oh gosh, what's today's date? I beg, is it 7th or 8th? Please, what's today's date? I don't know dates anymore. Please, who knows the date? Are we on the 7th or on the 8th? I'd have checked my phone, but I'm just, it's not showing. I'm live and I don't use calendars. Oh, 8th. Thank you. Today is the 8th of December. So I will be hosting my mentor, Mr. Leke Oda, on the 17th of December at an exclusive Zoom meeting specifically for my brand and for my tribe members. To join my tribe for 2023 is just $1,000. That's $500 all through the year. It's not monthly, nothing. $500 all through the year. I bring industry experts to tell us where the money is, how to chase the money. I also teach there. People ask me questions. This happens virtually, so you can connect with me from anywhere in the world. 17th of December, I'm hosting my mentor, Mr. Leke Oda. We need to listen to him so that we can position ourselves properly for 2023. I love money, to make money and make impact and income. So if you're interested, it's $1,000, which is $500 for the entire year, to be part of the tribe members, professionals, retirees, everybody who is beautiful and has a lot of sense. You're welcome. We network there. People are dating, people are doing deals, good things are happening. 17th of December. To join, just send me a DM. I'll see you pretty soon. Thank you. I love you and I'm rooting for you.